Yeah.
You know, my name is Darryl. I'm a local artist. Work for Lucasfilm. I am a Lucasfilm fan artist. I work through Barry Franklin, who was George Lucas's right-hand person, who was in charge of fan relations. So I go to conventions, charity events, hospitals and stuff like this to draw on the kids and adults who raise money for charity through my artwork. The dream come true. I've always wanted to do this. Just about 4 days ago, I went to Children's Mercy Hospital. It's a huge hospital for little kids with pretty bad injuries or illnesses. And I really drew for the kids in there and just made them just extremely happy and the dream come true to do that through Lucasfilm and Star Wars costume movies. I've been an artist since I was 3 years old. I'm an old guy. I'm 52 years old, and I've been an artist since 3 years old until now. I stopped for a little bit to become an amateur bodybuilder. And I looked on TV one day, and I seen a guy drawing Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man for some kids in the park. Me and my wife had 2 daycares, and I said, let's start back up and do this again. I started drawing cartoons again for the kids in daycare, and the kids loved it. I worked for the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad. On the railroad, they have a train that went from here to Emporia, Kansas for disadvantaged kids. Someone suggested I get on there and draw for the kids, illustrations. So I got on there. One of the hires up who owns the railroad would see me on there and told the railroad to give me anything I wanted from then on to draw for the kids. And since then, it just took off. I started drawing illustrations, cartoons, and stuff like that. And one day I seen on the internet that San Diego Comicon was having a Star Wars art director there, Troy Alders. And I went there. Who's here been to San Diego Comicon? If anyone ever gets a chance to go to the Comicon, please go. If you can get tickets, it will change your life. It's a mind-blowing experience, really. I mean, it's undescribable. So, went to Comicon. That's where I met.
My name's Tim Proctor.
Tim Proctor.
Can you guys hear? No?
A little closer, yeah.
I'm also a film crew Star Wars artist. I do most of my work with top sketch cards and limited edition prints for celebration. I actually got my start going to San Diego as well and trying to do a portfolio review, taking all my artwork out there, and met him actually in line with your show, and just met the artists and talked to them, and 2 weeks later it was on my first set working on the Clone Wars. So
I showed them my portfolio. The crazy thing was, they didn't really care for my fine art. They needed more work, but when they flipped over the book, they seen my cartoons. They went crazy for it. And the guy told me, hey, we need to put you to work. Call Barry Franklin when we get back home. Sent something to Barry Franklin. And one day I had a bad day at work at home or something. I came home, looked at the email, and read that Lucasfilm, oh, this is it, right here, this is it. And Barry Franklin said, your stuff is awesome, awesome, awesome. And I almost, I almost fainted. It was like a dream come true, you know. And then on, it's been a heck of a life, you know. I draw my kids, go with Star Wars costumes groups and go with them everywhere they go and draw, and I've had a ball with this, you know. Met celebrities, draw with celebrities, all the people. I remember there was a time when I was sitting out here just like you people. I would go in here and walk around and just wish I could have a table or whatever, you know. And now me and him is out here doing this, you know, something beautiful, you know.
yeah, I mean, when I first got the first set, 2 weeks after San Diego, I was tearing up when I got my cards because for years I wanted to do that, and I looked up to all the other Star Wars artists, and you just put them on a pedestal because I grew up with Star Wars. I know you grew up with Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
It's just been like a huge part of your life. So to actually be a part of the Star Wars
Nation,
yeah, exactly.
Star Wars Nation, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and about the thing though, too, I just never could imagine the places I've been, the people I've met. I can go walk down the street somewhere and people will stop and give an autograph. I never would have imagined that. I never would have imagined even sitting up here talking about this.
We wouldn't have thought we would be sitting here.
No.
Just in a line with our portfolios, just we can be Troy. And I have the same kind of thing. He looked at my work. He said it was good work, but he had areas I needed to from there. One set leads to another. And I think I've done 7 or 8 Star Wars sets, and then Celebration 5 and Celebration 6, all after that. And then that leads to other sets, that, beyond Star Wars. But, I just worked for like 3 or 4 years non-stop trying to get in the door. Because, there's hundreds of people trying to get in to work on, official Star Wars sets. So,
Big show with us, so, any artists on here? No? Okay. I would suggest you want to be a Star Wars artist or you want to know how to?
Anytime. As long as you get paid,
Well, I'll tell you what my style is. I'll take, and I've gone way back with this, and my wife has gotten me about this. I'll take anything and take it to the next level. You give me a picture of a chair, and I draw like 6 legs on it and hair coming out of the spikes and stuff. That's what got me popular. I take everything. I don't care what it is, I take it to the next level. I tell a lot of kids when they want to learn how to draw, take it to the next level. Don't just, I never like just drawing little mountains and trees. I remember one time in school, the teacher told me to draw a house. Draw my house with a tree by it. Well, I drew the house. Somebody throw the chair out the side window. I drew a big, like somebody shot a bazooka through the front door. I got in trouble with it, but hey, I was satisfied. That's my style. That's my style. I take everything to the next level. That's why I try to tell kids Lucasfilm likes different things. If they want you to draw Darth Vader, don't just draw Darth Vader just standing there and taking it into them. They're not going to like that.
well, they've seen the same images over
and over, yes.
They want something original they haven't seen before.
Even using different materials. I use, on one illustration, I use watercolor, pen and ink, acrylic, markers. Even I use whiteout. I use everything. Anything to get that thing looking different, pop up on the page. And also, it helps a whole lot if you use the computer, if you know how to use computer graphics. It helps a whole lot. So, a lot of companies now want computer graphics. Want computer graphics. We have based on computer, and it works well. A lot of kids are based on video games and stuff like this. A lot of people want computer graphics. I don't know how to use a computer, I should have learned, but I use just basic acrylic markers and stuff like that.
Networking too is essential. Just network with as many artists as you can. Talk to them. Find out what they did. Like if you get into the sketch card business, people don't like to name drop. That's one thing. You don't want to go to say Troy Alder at Lucasfilm and say, well, I'm friends with whether Matt Bush or Darryl Woods. They don't care about that. They want to see what you have. And that's what he said. I don't want to know any of that. Just let me see what you have. But it could be rough. Only just to do the Lucasfilm. But
Hours.
the sketch cards really opened the door for me. You've done.
Yeah, for celebration 6.
Just to clarify, this is the Spartan Star Wars panel?
Yes.
Oh, I was supposed to moderate it, no one came and got me.
Oh.
My name is Mike Worley. Unless I've already pissed you off, then my name is Mr. Jackson. Just so you know. And whatever you're talking about, it sounds really good. Please continue.
Any questions?
And you have to ask a speech impediment.
I can't do that part. So you mentioned computer art and stuff like that. With the whole offshoot with the Clone Wars and everything like that, how intricate is computer art with the Star Wars genre and the Star Wars family, as opposed to just the general traditional art, I guess I would say?
I think it's about half and half, really. As far as how often you see digital as opposed to traditional art.
Right.
Well, a lot of the fine art prints are produced through a company called Acme Archives. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're one of the companies that had the license to sell limited edition Star Wars prints. And a lot of that's traditional. I would say maybe 70% traditional. Mm-hmm. But for the print that I just finished up for Celebration 6, I did the artwork on 4 or 5 separate paintings, but then I combined it digitally. So it's a little bit of both. So, it's pretty open as far as...
Most people who get into the art business are going to tell you that for all of the bells and whistles that the digital artwork programs will have, it's just another tool. You still need to learn how to draw, you still need to learn how to compose, you still need to learn how to like value and shade and all of those things. That stuff has never gone away. A lot of the digital stuff they have nowadays can make things easier. Expedite things maybe easier, although I have been working in Maya and I can draw it a hell of a lot faster than I can model the texture and light it.
I do know a lot of kids who can't draw when they get on a computer. And, comes from computer graphic artists. The real slick style, like you see on a lot of these people out here have art for sale, a lot of this computer. That's what people like. I was told to go to school for computers. I tried to learn it. So boring. I sent my daughter to school for it. She's good at it. She tried to teach me. I just old school. I just can't do it. I don't like it.
A side story from that, the kind of opened my eyes, not to take away from you guys' thunder, but I'm going to do at least like 5 minutes as moderator, and then shut the hell up. Was a very, very talented Belgian artist named Jan Alchemy, made incredible caricatures. And so at the conference he was at, he was outlining how he did things in Photoshop. And basically, well, I kind of do this, and they had it all plugged into the PowerPoint. And all these people who were Photoshop heads immediately started asking him a whole bunch of questions. And the question that always got me was, when he was kind of showing how he did it, one of them asked him, so what about your layers? And he looks at him and just the best answer I've ever heard, if he was so honest, he goes, what's a layer? He didn't need it because for what he wanted to do and what he was comfortable with, again, it was his art training. I mean, he spent a lot of time with a lot of pieces of paper and pencil and learning his craft. So, computer was just another avenue.
You think if it's digital art, you can do it faster. It's easier. I mean, maybe it is for some, but I mean, I'll sit there and spend the same amount of time working on a digital piece as I will a traditional piece. I mean, I was dabbling in digital art for a while, but I found that I would sit maybe 10 or maybe 10 hours in my studio, and I would be 2 inches from the screen, and by the 10 hours later, you can't see, you're blind, But I think you need to have that skill, doing the traditional art, and then work at digital. For that foundation, it can be.
Let me throw the tough question at you. Have you found yourself being able to do the same quality of what you want out of it with a stylus or a Cintiq versus, you know what, I've got my brushes, I've got my acrylics, my oils, whatever. You feel you get the same thing?
I didn't do it a whole lot, actually. I wanted to get back into digital art. I did it for a little while, but the quality, I don't think was top-notch. But I hadn't done it as long, so I'm kind of relearning what I already know, but in a different way. So I'm going to get back into it and try to work it a little bit more. But
What kind of advice would you give to someone who's trying to head in that direction as far as their portfolio reviews? Comicon would be the best way to network, but maybe some other methods or advice on the difference between a great portfolio and just a mediocre portfolio.
Put in 5 of your best pieces, not 10 of your mediocre ones.
Use your best stuff. Anytime you create for a portfolio, take your time, please. I don't know, what are you drawing?
I'm actually a student at K-State, and I do everything right now. So
Take your time and put in your best stuff. I can't really tell you how many pieces. Depends, I guess, who's applying for. Also, certain companies like Nickelodeon, Lucasfilm, Disney, try to go on the internet and see just what they want. But it's kind of exactly, and kind of focus on that. Don't take pictures of architectural buildings if you're applying for,
Right.
studios. They want to see what you can do for us, what they can relate to. Take your best piece.
And they'll usually tell you, like, if you're going to San Diego Comicon, you can look at, see what they're actually wanting, what to bring. But, I mean, I'm always constantly taking out old pieces and putting new pieces in if I submit for something.
Yeah.
Just constantly updating.
I change also,
But again, networking is
Yeah.
everything,
I mean, like the sketch card business, I know I mentioned that a lot, but it opens so many doors. Like, I was doing the sketch cards for Star Wars, which then it led into doing like Mars Attacks and stuff like that, and ultimately led me to do prints for Star Wars Celebration, which I'd want to do that for years. You know, and then you had to submit. I mean, just because you've done Star Wars work, you have to submit a concept and get that approved. Then you have to do the art, that's got to be approved. So there's a whole process, but it just leads to so many other things. Now there's a lot of sketch card companies out there that are really small, that are kind of independent. So you can kind of get started on that and then go into the larger sets.
Also, I don't know if you're bringing your hand in for art, but if you want to be an artist, do not give up. People think, I don't know about Tim, but people will say, well, girl, you had it easy, you've always been successful. No, I've had a lot of people tell me, no art, that doesn't look good or whatever. Please, please, please don't give up. You find a lot of doors locked to you, and you'll find a lot of open, Once you're done with it, go out there and just keep going.
Well, that's like, I see a lot of amazing artists out there, and I like on Facebook, so they'll talk about, just incredible work. And they say, well, I never get commissions, I don't get any work.
Yeah.
But they're not out there pushing themselves.
Yeah.
You have to go out and get it. It's not just going to fall in your lap. It starts to fall in your lap as you do more work. Things come in. Like, I get emails constantly, work on this, and it gets to the point where I'm like, I have to turn things down because I can't do that.
I would love to be there.
You get there, it's determination, and don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up. I know a lot of local artists. I try to push and try to show them how to put their work out there, go to businesses and stuff like that. The way I really got probably was right down the street. I see a sign saying Children's Corner Bar, Children's Benefit. I go, okay, I take my portfolio there and show them what I can do. Maybe they'll hire me, And sure enough, I started doing that. They said, well, we didn't think about caricature artists. We didn't think about that. I said, come on. See, now as you do these events with 100, 200,000 people, whatever, people will come and see what you're doing. Goes from there. I never would have thought I would be in a shopping mall and kids say, hey, I want you to back. No, you got to make my thing. People want to I never would have thought that. But see, if people see me at all kinds of events and they think I'm famous. I just got it like a job, People think I'm, but I it's a job.
Do they bring the posters up to you at the conventions to have you sign those as well?
Yeah, that's something.
Like, let's bring a Star Wars poster. Can you sign on that?
Yeah, I had that.
But I realized I'm signing next to like Carrie Fisher, Peter Mayhew. I'll just sign down in the little corner.
Hey, you take the Sharpie out and you go really big.
She signs really well.
Please don't give up. Pursue your dreams. I did. I'm living my dream, having a good time, affecting people's lives in a good way, and it gets so good. One story. Because I'm doing charity work and everything, my job has gave me Employee of the Year. And I'm totally shocked by that because the railroad has thousands and thousands of employees. Because I did charity work with the kids, and they was watching me do this. Got called for Employee of the Year for the Girls Drama Center thing. So that's what I'm talking about. You put your work out there, and you're doing stuff for people. People watch you, and get benefits from it.
Well, I do have a tough question for the audience and the panel of two. Your opinions on George selling it to Mauschwitz, or should I say, welcome to Dachau?
Especially when they're making more movies. I like that. I got tired of talking about the same six movies. Make some more.
You do know
they make a spin-off also.
You do know the 1977 guy knew there was 9 movies that he wanted to make was out there. It wasn't that it was just going to end with 3 or end with 6. Yeah. I've been kind of expecting this for a while.
Yeah, I'm all for it. More movies, and if they can bring the original cast, to me, that seems better. But initially, I wasn't sure what to think, because as an official Star Wars artist, you don't know what that's going to do to you. Is Disney going to... You don't know, but it kind of... I'm still excited about it. I'm hoping for the best. Last time I talked to them, they said it's business as usual, so I guess nothing's changed at this point. So.
Well, Disney bought Miramax and didn't change types of films.
They shut down the video game deal, so hopefully they bring that back up and maybe Disney video, I don't know. But I don't know why they would do that. They're making tons of money, especially with the Angry Birds, Star Wars thing and all that stuff, but that's Disney and,
Well, they said they won't try to.
Yeah.
That's what I read, but, I mean, I like the games, but I'm willing to see what they have, what they can do. Hopefully they'll still do that. That's a 13-13, right? Okay, and hopefully they'll still do it, but.
anybody here been to celebrations? You see me at celebration with the characters and stuff? That's when my first start was. They told me to go to celebration or in Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
5 and 6.
I'm kind of got a little piece of Star Wars legend. I am because during that week, what happened was before I went there, the lady said, "Girl, we're gonna give you 20 posters, about 3 or 4 Sharpies, and you're gonna be in the room like 1 hour per day." I'm going, no. You know what I'm saying? I do characters. I'm pretty fast and I'm pretty popular where I come from. She said, "How popular?" I said, "Well, at a big brother and sister's Christmas party, I made Santa Claus go home. And I had all the people lined up out the door. A place called Westport. I had the door down the block, so we carried just sketches." She said, no, we never had that here. I said, okay. I get there, go, walk up there, walk up the escalator. There's about 50 people in line already for me. So I get there, start drawing, and ladies looking at me, panic, like, "You're running out of posters. You better get some more posters." I don't know. People are here waiting, You advertise me as a Lucasfilm's character artist. You can draw caricatures here, and you didn't put no time on it. So, after that whole weekend, Sunday evening, they found out I drew 450 characters. And they went downstairs, got the officials, they all gave me a standing ovation and everything. I could not believe that. Steve Sansweet and a bunch of other guys came up and, "Hey man, you're amazing, this and that." And that. I thought, wow, okay, I just see your drawing, And that started how can I say, like my legendary status with Lucasfilm, or something that they call it. Here's a guy that drew 450. I draw for like 10 hours a day, every day. I love it. The lady said, "Well, you can go on file." I said, "I'm going to go back to my hotel room and draw some more. I got some more ideas." So, that started my ascension to, rise, I guess you call it. So,
In doing the Star Wars artwork, just to put on a personal note, what's your favorite thing to draw or paint?
mine's like,
That's my character. Darth Maul is another favorite of mine.
mine's bottle pad. I do a lot of bottle pads. Like Tim said, sometimes you go and you can't really keep up. There's so many orders, so many people want Star Wars. And my wife cannot believe the people who are devoted to Star Wars. It keeps going. Sometimes I can't really keep up.
When
That's the thing.
When it comes to fans, what do fans ask you the most if you're doing sketches for fans? What do they ask you?
As far as character-wise, Boba Fett. For me, it's more of a challenge. You love Boba Fett. I like doing the aliens and the creatures and stuff like that. That's more my thing. Or sometimes it's Vader, which he's tough.
My thing is zombies. I like drawing zombies. Come to my table now. I was zombify you or put you on a Star Wars character. Zombies are a big thing anymore. I'm trying to incorporate zombies into Star Wars.
You come to my table, I draw flies, I draw blood, I draw flame chicks. I go to my in-laws, I draw criticism, I come here, I draw iron.
Any more questions?
Is there, tied with your approach, is there something that you've ever done, Star Wars related, that you're like, wow, how am I going to top this? This is my favorite thing I've ever done? Or
I don't know if it's a favorite thing I've ever done, but I think the most, overwhelming is when we did those 501st sketch cards that they gave away in hats or whatever. They picked, I think, like 80 artists or something like that worked on it.
Okay, that's
There was 50, I don't know. They asked like 6 or that's going to be randomly put in the packs, and they send you the card that was pre-signed by George Lucas. So to have the card with George's autograph was amazing. Of course, there was a lot of pressure not to mess the card up. You don't have another one to start over. So, but to me, and doing the Christmas celebration, because I want to do that for so many years. So that's probably it for me.
My favorite thing was I did a picture for the local Thank You Walt Disney company. Thank You Walt Disney is a company that they will take charity donations and trying to build Walt Disney's home back up. And I did a live kitty for them, a dog Vader, but my main one was a C3PO I did for them. And I did that at work. I had trains coming in. I was supposed to get up and get the trains, and I was going to do this real quick. My buddy said, "Yo, but you can't do that in 15 minutes." I said, "Okay, I'll see." So, looked out, yellow, no paint, whatever. But I had this idea. My wife will tell you about. I took a paintbrush, dipped it in some stuff to start splattering the paint on it. I gave it gave it character, made it pop out. And I finished in 20 minutes. I had 2 trains out there waiting for me. I got to go trouble for, what day? Star Wars, sacrifice. I took it over to the Thank You Walt Disney people, and they went crazy. That thing sold in like 5 minutes. It was like this big, about this big, big C3PO. And some people said, "No, it's sloppy. I just splashed something," but it took right off. It takes right off. So, like you see on my picture, I gave you a dark marble. See, I just just splattered stuff on there straight away, you know. Gives it character, you know. So that's the thing I did that I didn't know about the top now, you know. So, and raising money for Mr. Walt Disney, so double way. Questions? Questions?
Yeah, that's my line.
Questions?
Do either of you have a favorite movie? Star Wars movie?
Empire Strikes Back.
My Jedi.
No.
Yeah. Empire Strikes Back, you know, but
Shock when I say
Jabba the Hutt's palace, kind of, that's my.
Empire Strikes Back has such a deep story, things come together, and the acting, everything. I judge a good movie where each scene is good. Each scene moves along. That, Aliens, The Fugitive, each scene makes the movie move along. Each scene is perfect.
Did either of you have any problem with when he put the versions up with enhancements? And he kind of always kept wanting to go back in and retool it and redo it. I've been fans that are purists. No, we want Star Wars. We went and saw it.
It's kind of, I respect what George does, because I mean, to me, he's the artist, it's his vision, it's how he sees it, whether you agree with it or not. You know, I mean, it's his style, basically, and I don't have a problem with it. There's so many things, but then they brought my favorite character back for an extra scene, Ula, that was Slave. Brought her back for a whole other scene, so.
The only problem I had with the other movies he brought back was, you guys remember in the Star Wars '4, when I think Obi-Wan comes out of the desert with the deal, he's trying to scare the, he has that string. Have you guys heard the new string? Man, why would he do that? That sounds like a wounded hyena or something. That's the only problem with the other than, you know, enhance it with the computer stuff and make everything pop out like this.
Have either of you ever done a piece where you, maybe I'm not necessarily commissioned for it, but you did a piece and you said, "That's mine, I'm just going to keep that, I'm going to share that." You guys had a piece of
I did well, for Tops, you know, I did a base card, which is, you know, I did the painting pretty large, and, you know, they reduced it down, and it's mass-produced. And I had it on my wall for a while, and I offered it to Lucasfilm, and they bought it. So, yeah, I didn't want to get rid of it, because I did have my favorite character in the piece, and I was really proud of it, but if George wants it,
I have one of Yoda, and I just finished it. And then the gentleman here called me and said, "Yo, you want to come to a little boy's birthday party? He's got, I think he has something on his name." And I said, "Okay, what's his favorite character?" He said, "Yoda." I said, "Like, you know, hey, that's what he is." It was done where the better technique was popped out and everything was cool. When I get to the boy, his smile was off his face like, hey, mom. It means more to me than you. That's why.
Oh, hard at that. I mean, yeah, you did.
This was Tinkerbell, Darth Vader. That was great.
Tinkerbell, Darth Vader.
Tinkerbell, Darth Vader. Yeah. Which led to me that I got to take it to the next level. Tinkerbell, Darth Vader. I joined the Queens on the back. I kept thinking of, okay.
Sure.
Susan B. Cronin people in charge of breast cancer. Had me come to a deal. I thought I saw a pink bear. And I have a symbol up here, symbol of bears deal. That takes off really good right there. That's a big hit. Big hit. And every time I go to a benefit for them to raise money for charity, I have a stack of those up there. People are just like, pink bear, oh, okay.
Wasn't there a pink stormtrooper here last year?
Yes, it was hello. I mean,
Yeah, pink stormtrooper. I got a picture with my phone. You look like, oh my God.
yeah.
One of the 70s guys showed up as Pinkie Pie. And a stormtrooper. Included paint, did the colorization that you take back off, did it completely in pink, put the tail on, hold 9 yards.
Kids love it.
Right.
You have a lot of things that people want, you have to research. Questions? You guys enjoying yourself today?
Oh yeah.
That's what we'll see. As you see, there's a lot of amazing artists out there. A lot of amazing artists out there. And as you can see, I have a lot of young people coming to me and saying, how can I draw like you? How can I do that like you? I said, you have to find your own style. If you go out here and see 50 different artists with 50 different styles. And one guy does strictly pencil with a color pencil on top. Incredible stuff. This guy does airbrush. This guy does the computer graphics. So you have to find your own style.
Have either of you ever run into some of the Star Wars actors, and do you have any stories that go along with that?
I ran into a lot of them. I don't know, well, there's a lot of after parties at Star Wars Celebration. And that was the first one I went to. You have Jeremy Bullock, Boba Fett, Ray Park, and I think one of the funniest things, well, it wasn't funny, but like Seth Green was hanging out at that party as well. So it's just kind of weird to be there. I think it's Celebration 6 near the bar, like Amy Allen, A-Level,
Well, I was wondering because in Chicago a few years ago, I ran into Kenny Baker at the bar. And you all know what Kenny Baker is? He's like about this tall. He was in the R2D2 camp. And he had a few. Actually, he had a lot, and he was trying to pick some bar fights. Which in itself is that, you're only like this tall. But eventually but I got to do this, and if it offends you, you just have to get over it because it was funny as hell when the waitress brought him his drink, and he's this tall and got little short stubby fingers, and it looked something like this.
You can't see it.
Hey, I got to line up his family. You go, questions, and you all sit there like.
He came to Kansas City 4 years ago for Comicon, and my friend who was driving around said, he likes his wine. I mean, he's in the back seat, just passed out, and they had to pick him up, take him to the hotel room. Yeah, he likes his kind of wine. Nice guy, he was white. I think named Jocelyn. Like real nice people. So, you hear some crazy stories from the Star Wars actors sometimes. You get in contact with them.
A friend of mine wanted to get the Celebration 6 print signed by Carrie Fisher, and so we took the print to Carrie Fisher, and she had like her assistant find out where it was and tell me that she liked it. So that was pretty cool.
I've had Star Wars actors hang myself on the walls and they will come tell me the next time, hey man, a lot of people like your stuff on the wall. I'm like, wow, you know, keep the maybe that keep my stuff on the wall. I say all the stuff to me is a dream come true. You know, I never would have thought. You know, me out here prepared to walk around years ago, coming in the panels. Never was thought. Here it is, 2013. Up here with another famous guy. You know, top Star Wars on it, being artist. Any more questions?
What's next for you guys? You got any big projects you guys are working on?
I have nothing really planned. Really, we'll start working with sketch cards. Thank you, Walt Disney wants me to do some stuff with him, but nothing, you know, outstanding. Really.
I don't have anything Star Wars. I have a project with Mars Attacks. I did the cards for the sketch card set within IDW Limited, which does a lot of the comics. I don't know what all comics they do, but they're actually producing a limited edition book that has like lithographs in it, signatures in it, and sketch cards, just like the trading card set. And they're limiting it to 250 books.
Wow.
For the blue edition, and the red has the blue edition has 50 books or something. But so they want, now there's going to be like volume 2 for that, and they have other books with other properties which I can't mention yet until they give me the go ahead. But you know, that all started with the sketch cards, so it's always opening new doors as far as Star Wars. Nothing right now.
Did you like the Mars Attack movie?
You know, I actually did. I was talking to his name Paul from Ghost Hunters. He did. So we were getting a kind of debate on, you know, the Mars Attacks. I like it. I like Tim Burton, so.
I thought I was die laughing when it was the Hawaiian music that would cause their heads to explode.
For my picture also, I'm busy with these guys. This gentleman here keeps me busy doing charity events, hospitals, stuff like that. So, every other day, every other week on Facebook, he'll post something. Hey, can you come in and see us? Right? So I keep real busy doing events, drawing caricatures, of course, sketches, making paintings for hospitals and stuff like that. You know, so other events, you know, so stuff like that. How about what? No, I made a giant wall of what we do with the railroad side, 90 foot long and 9 foot tall. I made this big mural. And, the railroad recognized that as, like I said, I gave me Employee of the Year, and from that, amongst other things I've done, and you know, that took me 4 months to do. It was a real pleasant experience doing it. You know. So.
One subject we haven't touched on that is a favorite of mine is, what did you think of the Clone Wars? I particularly like the traditional animation stuff that they originally came out. It wasn't too heavy on the 3D, but I like the designs of the characters and the way you did them. I didn't know if you had any experience, did you get a chance to do any artwork in that style, or?
I've done like personal commissions in that style. I mean, I haven't seen all the seasons of it, you know, but I've done a little bit. Yeah, nothing, you know, officially other than the Clone Wars sketch card set for season 1 and season 2. They didn't go beyond season 2.
I've done commissions for several Yodas, like Clone Wars Yoda. That's pretty popular. Come by the Star Wars booth now. We got a big painting there for a raffle. Raising money for Peter Mayhew Foundation for kids. So I've got one of my Yodas over there. You can come put a dollar. No, 4 of those. Yeah. I've done probably 4 of those for that. You know. If you go by the thank you on Disney booth over the 4th corner next to 21 is up and down. There's a Bob Fett I did for them. That's the sale for the thank you on Disney. So I got work all over the place. So check it out.
I'm right across from Adam Baldwin and Luke Rigno, directly across. I do have some prints for my Celebration 6. I brought a few of them with me, but those are available. I think they're running at like $25 for the print, which is $10 cheaper than what I had at Celebration. So.
And come out my booth, I'll draw you a caricature of a Star Wars character or I'll zombify you. So, it's a lot of fun being an artist. You meet people, you go places, you affect people's lives. Being an artist means freedom to me. You can just create things. I'm able to draw anything how I want to. It's not fun. It's a lot of fun. Like I say, I take everything to the next level and draw it. And people love it. Had a lady one time, one of the portraits of herself. She was having real bad headaches, and she said, "Girl, get a portrait, but I don't know what you're gonna draw me as. I don't know my hair or whatever." So I noticed for stress relief, she put together these jigsaw puzzles on her table. She had like a 10,000 piece jigsaw puzzle. The thing was huge. And it was mostly water. I got to think, I thought, okay, she draw a portrait. She's having headaches. Okay, I do this portrait. And I made down here like jigsaw puzzles. And I put white on it. I made some of the puzzle pieces come out of her head. I just have a bad head. And I said, she accepts this, not thinks it's too crazy or making fun of her headache. So it was real big. It's full color. I took it to the house one day, and she seen it, and she was reduced to tears, and she couldn't. I said, "Oh, wow, really, this is going off." But she said, "God, that's the most amazing thing." And she started going crazy, started crying, started going crazy. And she gave me the money I wanted to draw jigsaw puzzle, so I drew the whole head of a jigsaw puzzle. With the headache part, little pieces coming out. She really liked it, so.
We've got about time for maybe about one, maybe two more questions, and then we're going to have to get ready for the next panel. Make it a good one. Wait.
More questions? How many artists do we have here? Are you guys doing anything? What do you draw?
Pretty much anything.
Okay. Do you have any work with you? You have any work with you?
No.
Why not, man?
I live like 2 hours from here, so.
No, but when you're at the house, you should bring stuff. If you want to be an artist, if you're passionate about what you do, you come to a place like this with I think there's 250 artists out there. Bring yourself, man.
I mean, that's the thing. I'm always open to do like a critique or just give you feedback. I always tell people, bring this stuff.
Please bring it, man. It's no listen at home. Bring it.
Don't be afraid whether, is this good enough, is this not. I mean, I do that to myself. I mean, I compare myself to other artists, Every artist does that. I get people come up and say, "I love your work, I'm a fan." Well, but I'm a fan of this artist. It's like it never stops. You're always, I compare myself.
Yeah, never apologize to the people who inspired you, because you're going to find that there are many of them that will influence you. Along with that, you're going to find that as the more you do that stuff, your portfolio that you start dragging around conventions goes from this big, it's been like this big. Plus the fact the more published work you get, it becomes this big. You'll find that most artists are always willing to help you out.
Yeah.
They will look at your stuff. They can maybe not be able to give you work, but they can always give you feedback and pointers. And a lot of times they will.
Always bring yourself, man. People have been hired as artists by bringing yourself to conventions. Really. Never do that stuff at home. Bring a small portfolio book and bring it and show people. Could get a job. You never know. Like I say, every artist is different, and they can use your style, man. You never know.
Are any of you the fans of the Star Wars comic books? Do you collect the old stuff? And you should remember, that Carmine Infantino passed on Wednesday. Did he do the first of the Star Wars comics? I know he did some of them.
Yeah, one of the first, yes. No question?
I was just going to ask if y'all are open to doing any critiques or portfolio.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll look at anything on board. And this Marvel doesn't come by often enough. I think she sticks with those guys.
And I tell you honestly what you're doing wrong right now. I tell you honestly. I won't sugarcoat.
Okay.
Well, you can take it out. I'm sorry.
I can take it.
I tell people all the time, and I take my portfolio deals, I want to do bad stuff first. And give it to me hard, bro. Give it to me. That's the only way to get better, I don't want to hear that, this is so sweet, this is no. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. That's just my personality. I can take it.
You're always going to have strengths and weaknesses,
Yeah.
I mean, when I give a critique, I tell areas you can improve on, then I'm also pointing out some of the strengths, I think you need that encouragement, but yet there's also, you need some honesty in there.
find when you go out and you start showing your work around, don't be surprised if you get, I don't want to say conflicting reviews. What you want to look for are what are the consistent things that keep coming up. Okay, well, if you find that keep getting the figure drawing reviews of improvement, and you're getting that consistently, then you're going to have someone that's going to say, I really like this, but I don't like that. You're the next person, they like the opposite.
Right.
You get the mixed signal, but you want to look for what is consistently popping up, that this is what they see that I need to work on.
Okay.
As well as find your niche.
Yeah.
Find the things that you are good at and don't be afraid to enhance them. I think that's all we have time for.
Thanks for coming.
3 shows a night. We do recommend